She's a very chill teacher. So a lot of the students don't take her seriously. Like one time it wasn't our class that was doing stuff like this. But one time, she said, "Hey, I know your class is the one that's doing this, but please don't put orange and banana peels on the floor. And please, if you're gonna rip out the cover of the Hunger Games books, please put them in the recycling when you're done." It was so.
So, this is the very first episode.
Are you gonna film the what?
What?
The what?
The real podcast?
The real podcast.
Do you not even know what my podcast is called?
Are you serious right now?
What?
The real podcast.
Is it that? No, listen. It's called The Real with a lowercase r. It's just real. But like the podcast, that's the name of the podcast, Real.
REEL or REAL?
No.
Because if it's REAL,
No.
that's.
Yes.
No.
Is it bad?
Yes, it's that bad.
Why? It's just REAL, real. Because, like, you know, the stuff we're saying is real. It's not fake, you know? Like, it's like
Well,
real.
I think REEL would be better because not only is it like real, but also because, we're going to post this on Instagram Reels.
No, I'm not posting this
Actually,
on Instagram
no,
Reels.
never mind.
And what if isn't that like a copyright
You
or
get
whatever?
flamed.
Yeah, exactly. The topic is... I don't even know what the topic is. The topic
That's how
is...
real this is.
The topic for today is school experiences. Yes, I remember. General school experiences, like elementary. And I mean, this is also, by the way, this is my brother, my younger brother. So, where's your mic?
It's very well hidden.
I feel like my best year of school was in grade 2. Like in grade 2, I peaked. Don't even laugh, because this is real.
It's the real podcast.
In grade 2, I peaked. Like 8 years old, no stress, no problems, no nothing. And I had my best friend from kindergarten, and we added a new girl to the group. We were a cool trio. Everything was good. And then it all went downhill.
I would say my best year is either grade 3 or grade 6. No. Grade 6 or...
Say, I dare you.
Okay.
I dare you.
Grade 3 or grade 7?
Why?
I'd say grade 3 because, we were in UAE. The schools are very good. Or at least a private school.
Mm-hmm.
And then grade 7, just because I actually was sentient and had friends.
What do you
I
mean?
did have friends inside of grade 3. It's just
Grade 7? Oh, wait.
grade 7, I actually was sentient enough to remember my friends.
What is sentient?
Like, I knew I existed, basically.
What? You don't know you exist, huh?
No, I just really don't know how to explain. Basically, what I'm saying was I was old, and I actually... No.
No. See it. I'm just kidding. Honestly, grade 7 for me, grade 7 was kind of peak. Grade 7 was peak, but now I'm looking back at my stuff in grade 7, and I actually feel like crying, because it's so bad. But it was nice, because everyone was friends with each other. Like, no one was like against anyone. Like, everyone was friends with everyone,
Complete opposite for me.
Why?
Everybody just had beef all the time. There was always drama going on 2 seconds. Because everybody thought that, I'm all grown up. Oh, I can be tough. I'm a gangster, stuff like that.
There's no way.
And there was always drama, like 2 seconds. Oh my God, did you hear about how so-and-so broke up with so-and-so, so so-and-so went to so-and-so's house? That actually happened one time.
New gens. I swear. No, grade 7 was really nice. And then grade 8. Honestly, grade 8 was nice as well. I think grade 8 of all of my years in that junior high, grade 8 was the best one. Because, like, everything, life was peak. We read The Hunger Games. So good. Means reading The Hunger Games right now.
Oh, I finished.
Oh, okay. Are you reading, have you read The Outsiders or are you reading it?
No, we're doing our visuals unit.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty boring.
I think we do visuals like in every single year. Every single year you're gonna do a unit about visuals.
Yeah, I did it last year.
And you're gonna do one next year and you're gonna do another year after that. This thing's kinda hurting me. Anyways, in grade 8 we were supposed to read The Outsiders. And my teacher, it was just by her own will. She decided, I don't want to do The Outsiders. We're going to read Flipped instead. What do you mean? So she fully changed the curriculum for us. She had us read Flipped, which we ended up reading again in grade 9. And then I ended up reading Flipped twice. And I never got to read The Outsiders. So now when people are making references to The Outsiders and stuff, I feel so left out. Like, I don't know what you're talking about because my teacher decided she didn't like The Outsiders and we weren't going to read it.
Why don't you just rent the book?
But, like, that's too much. Like, why would I read the book on my own? You know?
If the Willing Games, if the Hunger Games were that good, I think The Outsiders would be that good as well.
Yeah,
I'd be willing to get it for a bit.
It sounds interesting. And we're in the library now anyway, so, like, I could look for it. But do I really want to do that? I don't know.
What was Flipped about anyway?
Flip, it was like about, okay, Flip is actually so weird. I'm gonna explain it now and it's gonna sound so weird. It was like Julie Baker and Bryce, I don't remember his last name, but basically she had chickens for a science fair. Like she was doing a science fair, and for the science fair, like she was growing chickens, like chicken eggs.
Oh, I think I saw the book in your room one time. I borrowed it for a little bit.
Yeah. So, and then she grew like the eggs and stuff, and then she had the chickens in her backyard, and she was like selling eggs to the neighbors, but she was giving them for free to Bryce. And Bryce, like, he was just throwing them away and stuff. Honestly, the story, I don't understand the plot. Like, it doesn't really have a plot, but it was really nice, and the movie was good too. But like, I if you ask me to explain like the moral of the story, I couldn't tell you anything. I have no idea.
Don't waste eggs.
Don't. You wasted. And then she saw all the eggs in the trash, and then she was like, "Oh, I hate you," and she never talked to him, and he was sad. And then at the end, they planted a tree. Anyways,
I'm sure there's more that's actually going on, but for a rough summary, that's very strange.
I know. It's a strange book. In the UAE, so in the UAE, we lived in the UAE for like 10 years. And then we left in 2021. Those few years of my life, bruh. Talking about some peak. School was good. Life was good. Everything was good. But, okay, let me not get into the propaganda. I can't even lie. Kindergarten.
We talked to her.
We're not talking about kindergarten. Kindergarten was great. Grade 1 was really nice. But there was this one kid in grade 1, and I thought we were friends. And we were talking, and we were playing, and like it was 2 classes merged together. So we were playing. And then something happened. Like I think I lost the game. And I go, oh, damn it. And then this kid goes, Miss blah, blah, blah. I almost said a bad word. And I'm looking around like this. Like, what do you mean? I didn't even know it was a bad word because I heard someone say it before. So I didn't know it was a bad word. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And then Miss looks at me and she goes, I expected better of you. And I literally, tears behind my angel eyes. I almost started crying. It was so bad. I'm not even joking. I still remember this like it was yesterday. Oh boy. In grade 2, do you even remember like grade 1, grade 2?
I remember they were good. I had dance classes
Dance
and
classes. You had
swimming
dance
class.
classes?
Yeah,
When did you have dance classes?
since forever. Like,
In school? It was part of your curriculum?
yeah, I think it was for gym. There's dance unit. There was like games unit, which was mostly fun. Then there's the swimming one.
Oh yeah, in swimming. We had swimming. The schools had pools and like there was a set date that we would go swimming for gym. And I thought it was a normal thing. And then we moved here.
You're so privileged.
Yeah. And then we didn't even realize like all the cool
I mean,
stuff.
I knew all schools didn't have pools, but I didn't think that it would be that uncommon for them to have it.
And in grade, what grade did we not talk about? Grade 4. Honestly, I can't tell you anything from grade 4. I
Grade
don't
4,
remember.
I absolutely hated.
Why?
It was inside of Bishop Field.
Oh yes, grade 4. So when Amin was in grade 4, that's when we left the UAE, and then we went to Houston, and then we came here to Canada, and I was in grade 6. So that was something. It was really sad because we did the first semester in Abu Dhabi, then we did second, or is it trimester? We did second trimester in Houston, then we did the third trimester.
What's the difference between semester and trimester?
Semester is half, trimester, I think. Someone
okay.
fact check me. I'm not sure. But
Okay.
yeah, how was that for you? Like grade 4 in 3
Terrible.
different countries.
Oh, grade 4 in 3 different countries. Grade 4 was very good in UAE. I really liked it
Why?
because I had friends. They were swimming. Dance classes weren't too bad. Gym was very fun, and like the curriculum, you could tell that it was actually made for learning. But then we moved to the US. They were less focused on the students. They still had small classes though, so that was good. Actually, smaller than the ones in UAE. But the teachers were, so racist.
Why?
I don't know. We're in America. What do you expect?
Like how?
Like all the black kids, they'd always be picked on. Not like, oh, you answer the question. I mean, straight up laughed at.
No.
Yes. Like if you got a wrong answer and the teacher asked you, they'd either like start chuckling or start what is it?
Okay.
Making fun of you in front of the class.
Okay. Something.
Also, US, I had basically no friends. I had this one guy who liked to draw. That's
Who
when
liked
I started
drugs?
drawing. Draw.
Oh, I probably shouldn't say that.
Oh my god.
I probably shouldn't say that. Okay. Okay.
So he liked to draw, and then is where I started when I started drawing because
Oh really?
I had basically no friends. So that's what I did most of the time. And then I did play basketball since I was pretty tall for my grade. And I wasn't good at shooting or anything. I could pass and I could block, but that's it. I moved here, grade 5. I was basically alone for the first week. But then I found out there was a Lego box. And then a few other kids found out at the same time. So then we just became friends.
Wait, where did you do grade 5 again?
Canada.
No, really? I mean, what school?
I did it.
Sorry. Okay. What about Bishop Field?
Bishop Field? I don't remember doing grade 5 there. I'm pretty sure you did grade 5 in Bishop Field
but
and
how
moved
was,
to
no,
6.
like how was Bishop Field? Not grade 5.
Oh, Bishop Field. The school itself and the teachers were definitely a step up, but the kids were a step down, 100%.
Honestly.
They were also mean.
They were mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to stand up for yourself. I swear.
And then again, I had no friends.
Hmm.
Like for the whole time I was there. I mean,
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
I had people I knew that I sat with and I would talk to and stuff, but nobody that I was actually friends with.
Okay.
When I came to Rankali, I met the people at the Lego box. We became friends. Then after that, I went outside, or we went outside. I played soccer. I met these other kids. I became friends with them. Then grade six, those other kids, they went to French immersion. Some of them went to French immersion. Some of them were in a different class. So my friend group was mostly was cut down a lot. So there was like 5, 6 people. Came to grade seven, that was cut down even smaller. I
Oh,
still could
that's
meet
sad.
them outside of school and outside of class, but in class there was only 4 people left. Then I met Yojo because Yazin talked to him, or no, he went up to Yazin. He said, "Hey, do you want to be friends?"
No.
Because because his brother dared him to make one friend that year.
Wait, Yazin went to Yojo?
No,
Yojo
Joe
went to
went to
Yazin.
Yazin. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's actually a good way to make it. And now you guys are good friends.
Mm.
Yojo's like, I mean, it's like
Then
bestie.
then Yazin introduced me to him because we were hanging out. Or actually, second month of school because I was with a different friend from that I also met for the first time that year. I didn't know him in grade six, but then or actually I did know him, but it was just like barely. I played soccer with him a lot, and I would talk a little bit. We trade food a lot. That's how I got my 10 pancakes in grade six.
10 pancakes.
Yeah, there was
Oh,
pancake days,
pancake breakfast and stuff.
pancake breakfast, pancake lunch, stuff like that.
I mean, 10 pancakes is pure gluttony. 10
So
pancakes.
I was going around the class. I was like, "Hey, do you want to trade something for pancakes?" So I'd go up to someone who didn't want their food, and I'd ask them, "Hey, do you want your food?" If they say no, I'd take it, and I'd go to somebody else with pancakes, and then I'd say, "Hey, do you want to trade this for pancakes?" And I get pancakes. Everybody had two, so they either trade one pancake or two pancakes, and and usually Vince would have like 4 pancakes, and he really liked my cooking and Mama's cooking.
Mhm.
So basically, anytime I brought something to school, he'd trade with me whatever he got, since he was always on hot lunch, and I was always on home food.
Okay.
So I was able to trade my, what was it that time? I made Indomie. I remember now. I was able to trade my Indomie for his 4 pancakes, and actually, I remember somebody added another one. There was 11 because they saw, oh, you have a lot of pancakes. I'm gonna donate to the cause. And they gave me another pancake. It was very fun.
It was very fat.
I really liked eating it.
Okay. 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 This.
Also, I forgot to say, grade 8, Yojo left. He went to a different school.
Oh, yeah.
So now there's 3 people.
That's sad. That's sad. Because he moved. And it's actually kind of funny because Yojo moved to like one area, and one of my best friends that I also met in moved to that same area. So they're both in that area, and my friend is supposed to go to the school that is zoned for that area, but she didn't, and she gets to drive to our school every single day instead of going to the school that's in her area because she wants to stay with her friends. Okay. Okay. And I wanted to go to Holy Heart actually. I wasn't initially supposed to go to the school that I'm in now. I wanted to go to a different one, but it wasn't in my zone, and I wouldn't be able to, like, mom and dad wouldn't be able to drive me to school every day because there's so much going on. 4 siblings, like, There's no way they would be able to.
Speaking of siblings, Masa said money every single morning. If I miss school or anything like that, they always miss it as well. And I just get to see just a tiny bit of what they do at home whenever I leave. Like, I woke up late. It was like 8 o'clock or something. I saw the girls were up. They were just sitting there, surrounded by a bunch of cut up paper, toys, and everything. And they weren't even getting ready, despite school being in 25 minutes.
Oh gosh.
The worst part was that Ma was there. She was trying to pack them lunch and everything. She was like, "Go brush, go shower, go rub cream." they weren't doing anything. They were just there playing with their toys, especially Mas Mas.
Oh no. Oh. It was actually really fun. I liked it. But okay, my school in Houston was such a shock to me. Like, I got there, I went from like, like I think it was just a shock because it's like we moved from a place that we grew up in, and then now we're in like Houston.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's why it wasn't that nice. Because I did not enjoy it. We were only there for 4 months. It was, dare I say, the worst 4 months of my life. I hated it there. I made one friend. Okay, so I got there, and my first class was my math class, and my table, there was this guy, scariest looking guy I've ever seen in my life. This was grade 6, by the way. So scary. And then there was a guy who sat next to me, and he didn't look that scary. Like, he looked friendly, but he asked the dumbest questions. And then there was 2 other girls on that table. Oh no, there was 1 girl. There was 2 girls, including me. Doesn't matter. And in that class, there was a girl in the back who I ended up making friends with. I can't even remember how we became friends, but she was from Chile, and then we became friends. And then I was like trying to find new friends and stuff, because like I didn't want to have only one friend, because maybe she won't be here one day. So I wanted to make new friends, but I didn't know how. So then one day it was gym, and the gym classes were so weird because they merged the classes together.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing I really hated about it.
I hated it.
And the only thing you do is like just dance for those brain breaks. It's so annoying.
Every day we had gym every day. It was the same schedule that we followed every single day, and there was gym. All of the it was an intermediate school, so it was grade 5, grade 6. All the grade 6th graders merged into one gym for a whole period.
How many grade 6s were there? Like roughly, what would you estimate?
Like roughly, I want to say like 100.
That's not too bad.
100? No.
I had
Maybe
like 150 inside of mine.
Yeah. There was like maybe like 20, I want to say like 20 students per class. And then there was like, oh wait, no, my estimation is wrong. There was like 20 students in each class, and there was like 7 or 8 classes. So I don't know what that would
7
be.
or 8? I don't think so. I think there was like 6
there
or 7.
There were 7 or 8 classes, maybe even 10. And then this girl introduced me to one of her friends, and she was like, "Oh, I want you to meet this girl. She's my friend." And I was like, "Oh, okay, nice to meet you." Like, I was really friendly. I wanted to be friends with her. And this girl did not, like, you could tell she did not want to be friends with me at all. Like, she wasn't even open to it at all. And I was like, you know what, maybe she's just shy. I just gotta warm up to it, And then eventually she warmed up to me a little bit too much. Like, I wanted to be friends with her at first. By the end of my stay in that school, I didn't even want to see anyone, right? Like, I didn't even want to see her face. That's how bad it was. So, anyways, I don't want to get too into that, but it was not fun. I literally dreaded going to school every single day because of her. And when it was our last like week in Houston, we had to move to a different apartment. And we, like, because our stay got extended, so we had to go to a different apartment. And then Mom and Dad were talking about maybe we should go back to school since we're staying an extra week. I literally begged them and I started crying. Please don't take me back to that school. I don't know if you remember this, but I was literally
I
begging
remember.
them, please don't let me go back to that school.
And I was pretty annoyed because by the end of our trip, I had like 4 friends.
Oh,
Like,
you didn't want to go?
yeah, not that I didn't want to go, but I didn't really want to just go without saying goodbye. I was able to say bye to 2 of my friends, but the other 3, they weren't there when on my last day.
That's sad.
Or no, not the other 3. I mean the other 2.
I'm the opposite. Like, as soon as I left my last day of school, I went to her contact, I blocked her. She didn't even do anything wrong to me. It was her friend that I didn't want any ties with. Like, that girl that I made friends with, she didn't even do anything to me. In fact, she was so nice. Like, the fact that she even wanted to be my friend, and like, the fact that she was even friends with me, like, she did me a favor. I got home that day, I blocked that girl. It was so sad, and I felt kind of bad, but like, I was in my head, I was like, no, this is for my mental health. Like, I don't want any ties with this place. We left, thank the Lord. And that's why I think moving here was such a relief to me, because I did not, like, if you asked me to go back, actually no, I don't think anyone wants to go to the States at the moment.
At least not that area.
Yeah,
We weren't in a very good area.
we were literally in a white gated community. Like, there was no black, you step out, there was no black person there. I don't think I remember ever, like, the only times I think we've seen black people is maybe we go to like the grocery store, or like when we're going to like those events, you know.
For me, it was the complete opposite. There was like black people everywhere,
Really?
despite us having racist white teachers.
Oh, you mean in your school?
In
right?
my school, yeah.
Yeah, no, in my school, yeah, there was like diversity in my school. It was mostly black, white, and Hispanic people. But yeah, now that I think about it, I only saw black, white, and Hispanic people. There
I
was-
only saw black and white people.
No, okay.
I remember there was just one Mexican girl,
Mhm.
and I didn't really know her, but she was just the talk of the town because she was basically the only person of that race.
Interesting. Our neighborhood, it was really nice though. It was a nice neighborhood. There was a pool and everything, but it was all white. Like,
Speaking of
it
neighborhood,
was scary.
I just remembered when we first came, we had no car, so we couldn't go to the grocery store very easily and
Houston.
stuff.
In Houston.
Yeah. And then that one time we bought pizza. I still remember it like it was yesterday. 2-hour walk with the pizza box that I could feel getting colder. And the worst part wasn't the colder pizza, it was how hot it was outside.
It was
And
hot or was it cold?
It was hot,
Oh,
very
okay,
hot.
Okay.
So I was walking 2 hours. And by the time I came home, I felt entitled to at least one box of pizza. It was that bad. But like really, I don't know how me and Dad did it.
2 hours
Now-
for pizza is crazy.
Now thinking about it, I feel like I just collapsed by hour 1. And that's 2 hours there. Then back, it would be another 2
It
hours.
was not. It was 1 hour there and 1 hour back.
1 hour
what
there,
am I
1
saying? I
hour
wasn't
back.
even there. I think
Well, it
was.
wasn't 2 hours. I'm rounding up. It was 1 hour 30 minutes, but basically the same thing.
That is a long walk. Honestly, me and the girls, we stayed at home. It was only him and Dad that went to get the pizza. And I was just sitting there. I was so impatient. I was like, where's our pizza? Like, I was like, when are they coming back? Why are they taking so long? And
Just imagine that trip could be cut down to like 15 minutes if you just had a car.
Mhm.
And I was honestly so PO'd when we got a car. I was thinking, oh, why could we get it off while we ordered the pizza? Oh, we should have gone it like 2 weeks ago. Then we were getting the pizza. I would not shut up about it.
Okay, would you rather walk in like the heat like that, or would you rather walk in the snow like we just did, but like for 2 hours?
Hmm. If I actually brought a coat, I'd rather walk in the snow. But
Then the heat?
but if I wasn't wearing a coat like I just did, then
Yeah,
I'd rather go in the heat.
because we were just at madrasa. Um, like that's like a weekend school, like Islamic weekend school, and we're in the library. It's so close to the madrasa, so I was like, okay, let's just walk to the library. I missed the turn that we're supposed to take that gets to the library, so we had to walk all around and come to one. Like we just did so much extra walking that we did not have to do, and he wasn't wearing a coat.
I'm just tough like that.
Okay, okay, okay. You say so. What else? School now. I'm gonna talk about school now, right now. Now that I'm a sophomore in high school.
Wow,
How
big
cool is
title.
that? Sophomore in high school. No, no. Honestly, we just finished our first semester. So we finished finals for the first semester. I had 4 final exams. So it's semesterized. So we have the first semester 4 courses, and then second semester another 4 courses. First semester, I was complaining the whole time. Because why did I have all AP classes? I had science, socials, math, and English. And I was so like upset. And then I finished this one and I entered the second semester. And I'm like, why was I even complaining? Like, I should have enjoyed it while it lasted. Because now all the things that I was complaining about in the first semester, now I miss them so much. And I can't have them back.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. When I was in grade 7, I did not take anything seriously at all.
None of us did.
I probably should have. I didn't get a bad overall grade or anything, but I definitely think I could have done much better. Got a 97 point something. No, 97.77777. Repeating.
Average?
Yeah.
You see, it's easy.
But it's very easy to get that.
Yeah, it's really in grade 7, like it's like in the lower grades, it's so easy to get such a good grade without even trying. Like, I honestly, how do you even get anything less than 100? Like, an average, I understand that. Like, I think I got a 96 average in grade 7, but it's
Noob.
97.777. I think in grade 7, like grade 8, grade 9, you don't even have to try that hard. Like, you just like kind of like lock in a little bit, but you don't have to do too much to actually pass. You can't keep going with that method, because even the first semester of grade 10, regular math, pretty easy. I have like a 90 average. Like it gets lower and lower. Like you go from getting like straight A pluses to like straight A pluses to like B's and A's, and you know.
The silence was loud.
And then, and then and then the second semester, now I'm doing advanced math. Please do not be fooled. Don't think like at this point like you can't just do bare minimum and expect to pass. Like that boat has sailed. There is no more doing that. Like now I actually have to lock in. I have piles and piles of homework from every single course of mine to finish this weekend, and we only did 3 days. We're only on day 3, and I have already like 2 presentations and 2 assignments. And the thing about it is, it's only gonna get worse. Like it doesn't get easier. So like, stop complaining and just enjoy. You know. I say that after yapping and complaining for like 5 minutes.
No, I'm not really one to judge, but last year and this year, I was always breathing down people's necks about like, oh my God, you have this work and this work to do. And like, especially my friends, they'd be slacking off in class while I'm working so hard like a diligent student. And and then I say, oh wow, look, you're gonna get a 0. Usually in a joking tone, but sometimes I'd actually get a bit angry at them because they're not doing their work. I know it's none of my business, but
It's
you know,
just because you're a good friend, because you care for your friends.
it's nice to remind people to do stuff. One thing that really pissed me off this year was how half of my class didn't even do that Hunger Games booklet thing, where every chapter you answer one question. I'm
I
gonna
actually
be
kinda
honest.
like
First 3 chapters, I didn't do anything, but then fourth chapter, I decided to lock in.
You decided on the 4th chapter to log in.
Yeah, I just did 1 to 3, then I started doing from then on. But then she literally said less than a quarter of your class. My English teacher, she said less than a quarter of your class has actually submitted the workbook. Like, it genuinely baffles me how nobody has done that. It's one of the easiest things, and it's
It is.
graded based on completion, not like
Like
if you're right
how
or
good
anything.
you did it, yeah.
As long as she can tell that you actually thought about your answer, then she's gonna give you the mark.
Okay. Honestly, I enjoyed the Hunger Game like booklet thingy. It was kind of fun because honestly, I just like novel studies. They're really fun.
Yeah, I think it was fun as well. I thought it was fun as well.
The last novel we read was Animal Farm, and like it's so old. The books, I think it's from like 1942, and the books have been in our school for so long. Like, the teacher goes, so these books were written in 1942, guys, and we've had them for a while. So just bear with us, cause like they're not in the best shape. And then the student goes, were these written in 1942? Because the covers were like falling off and there were missing pages and they were like torn out. Oh my gosh. It looked like those books went through World War. I'm not even kidding. It was so bad. Anyways, so I hope this is still recording. Wait, I have this thing turned the other way. Is it still recording?
Well,
Whoops.